making sure this is good. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Page 10, everyone. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Repeat after me. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, and how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum.
Shabbat Shalom. The story goes, the great rabbi of Kotsk one day surprised his disciples with the seemingly simplest of questions. Where is the indwelling of God, he asked. The rabbi's students laughed in disbelief as they replied, what a thing to ask! Is not the whole world full of God's glory? The rabbi just smiled, pausing for a moment before answering his own question. God, he said, dwells wherever we let God in. And so on this Shabbat Pikudei, God's indwelling is assured, not only with the tabernacle, the Mishkan, near complete, but as we open our hearts and spirits to join together, gaining strength from each other's presence and Shabbos warmth shared by all. Open your heart to the possibility of the blessings that surround you. As we turn to page 3, making ready to welcome Shabbos, Shabbat with lights, and it's my pleasure to call up our bat mitzvah, Talia, along with her mother, Elena, to lead us in the reading and the blessings over our Shabbos light.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness remind us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu
are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallowed us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Turn with us to page 25 as we welcome Shabbat with song, singing Shalom Aleichem together.
25. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Baruchuni LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seidchem LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yai, lai, 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 yai, 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 lai, lai, lai.
Turn back to page 20 as we prepare ourselves to welcome the Sabbath bride, singing Lecha Dodi. We sing verses 1 and 2, 5 and 9, and when we reach verse 9, Bo'ih v'Shalom, we will rise as a congregation and turn to face the entrance of our sanctuary to welcome that Sabbath bride, really the Shabbos spirit that we feel when we sing together. So whether you're here with us in the Wolf Sanctuary or joining us on live stream from your own sacred space, wherever that might be, we're so glad you're here to celebrate the joy of Shabbat. Make sure to sing so that Shabbos feels real for you too.
Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. La 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat shala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor vezachor b'dibur echad, Ishmiyanu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad, Ushemo echad, Leshemo tiferet velitchila la 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat, lechu v'nelecha, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה. סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה, לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי באורך ומאורי, אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה, לה לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני ים סגולה. בואי חלה, לה לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Turn to those around you, wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Let them know you're glad they're here. If you don't know them, make sure to introduce yourself. We turn now to page 26 for Chatzi Kaddish as we remain standing through the Shema.
יתקדש ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא יברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומה וינשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל שמי דקודשה. בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה ואמרו
Amen. We turn to page 28 for the Baruch Hu, and it's my pleasure to call up our Bat Mitzvah, Tali Rabinovich, to lead us in the next part of our service.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamevorah. Baruch Adonai Hamevorah Leolam Va'ed. We continue on page 30. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chokma poteah she'arim, uvitvuna meshaneh itim, umahalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakohavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, goleo or mipnei hoshep v'hoshe mipnei or. Uma'avir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai Tzavaot Shemo. El Hai Vekayam, Tamid himlo halenu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv arvim. We continue in the middle of page 32. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. We continue on page 34. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated. We continue together on page 36. ואהבת אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, ושבתך בביתך, ובלתך בדרך, ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאור על ידיך, והיו לטוטפו בין עיניך. וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיהם. Amen.
On the bottom of page 39, we read responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Michamocha, page 40. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Michamocha, who is like you, O God? Michamocha ba'elim Adonai. מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך, מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה ליאנו ויאמרו, זה ליאנו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Page 42, we continue with Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu shomreinu lechaim, vehamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Ushmar tzeiteinu uvoeinu lechaim ulshalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Let's continue together. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu shomreinu lechaim, vehamidenu shomreinu lechaim.
On page 44, we give thanks and remind ourselves of our responsibility to observe, to keep, and to protect Shabbat. V'shamru.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורות המריד עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המריד עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. כי ששת ימים, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת, שבת ויהי נפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם.
We rise for the tefillah on page 46.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi teilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagimor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לפני פניכם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני הפך, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומיתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
You may be seated. On the top of page 55, we read together. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. On the bottom of page 57. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, and our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai she'otecha levadecha b'yirah na'avod. On the top of page 59, we read together. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot. And on page 61, we join together in our prayer for peace. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our homes, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, eternal one, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamivarech et amo Yisrael, b'shalom. Having offered prayers for peace in our world, I shift now to prayers, special blessings for those who have experienced peace in their homes, creating shalom bayit, having experienced many wonderful years of marriage. And so I call up 3 amazing couples to join me on the bima to share in an anniversary blessing. Ann and Roger Ojeda, Bobby and Yogi Tammy, and Kayla Miller and Lauren George. Come on up onto the bima. I'm going to open the ark so that they and we can all be in Torah's presence, but you are welcome to stay seated. It's all good. You should be with your partner. Yes, it's good. Match up that way. Right, I know. Well, all right, let's smush on over here so we're all a little closer to Torah. Come close. Excellent. Come here. It's good. It's good. Yeah. We rejoice with these 3 couples as they each celebrate an important milestone of their commitment to each other. Ann and Roger, you stood under your chuppah 50 years ago this past Sunday. Bobby and Yogi, you stood under your chuppah 40 years ago this coming Sunday. And Kayla and Lauren, 10 years ago last Friday, you stood on, well, probably wasn't on a Friday, but still, you stood under your chuppah as well. O eternal, our God, source of all blessing, continue to fulfill every worthy wish of their hearts. Open their eyes to the beauty and mystery of the love that they hold for each other each and every day as today. May their lives together continue to embrace and nurture the care they have shown for each other. Truly, O God, they are blessed. They're blessed with family and friends who have shared their joys and their sorrows. They're blessed with memories of a lifetime of devotion and commitment. They're blessed with having built a home worthy of blessing that others see as a symbol of strength and of faith, and they're blessed with each other. The path of life is unpredictable, yet as you stood beneath your chuppah all those years ago, you pledged to one another that you would weather life's challenges together. We cannot promise a life without hardship or pain, but we do know that whatever obstacles you have encountered in this world thus far, they will be more easily managed as you face them together. May God continue to watch over each of you, sheltering you by day, bringing you rest and comfort through the night. We offer thanks to Adonai, who in love has allowed you all to reach your own precious and sacred milestone of married life together. And so we all share in Shehechianu together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of all, for giving us life, for sustaining us, and enabling us to reach this moment of joy. Mazel tov, mazel tov, mazel tov. From blessing to blessing, having shared in sweet celebration, we now take that energy and that strength that we experience in moments of joy and extend that to offer prayers of healing for those who face the future not fully whole. So if there's someone in your life, someone you hold in your heart, someone on your mind in need of healing, I invite you to think about them now and close your eyes if you wish, so that you may whisper their names out loud. Strengthened by each other's presence, we offer prayers of healing for those in our own lives, those listed in our order of service in our community and beyond, all those in the world in need of healing. The words for Misha Berach are on page 253. Join us.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Amen. We extend prayers of strength and healing to our family and friends in Israel as we rise together as one congregation to offer a prayer for peace between Israel and its neighbors. The prayer can be found on your order of service. We share together. Rock and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, the dawning of our redemption. Shield it with your compassion and spread over it the sukkah of your shalom. Compel its leaders to act for the good of all who dwell in your holy land. Grant them sound minds, courageous hearts, and compassionate souls as they navigate the treacherous terrain of conflict and terror, war and destruction. Freer of the captives and binder of their wounds, be with those who remain in captivity and console their families. Give them strength to endure and speedily send them home. May the image of their faces remain in our hearts. Master of compassion, bring security and peace to all those who are vulnerable. Comfort all who are displaced and suffering. Protect the innocent wherever they may be, in Israel and Gaza, in Lebanon, in Yemen, in Syria. May we never lose sight of their humanity and the spark of God's presence in us all. Holy One of blessing, may the leaders of the world put their people before power and reach for compromise before conflict. Uproot the hatred, animosity, and distrust of all those who would do harm, and replace them with love and kinship, so that all the peoples who dwell in your holy land find safety and sustenance, quiet and contentment, and an abundance of everlasting peace. Amen.
Amen. And we continue with Achenu praying for the safe and speedy recovery of our brothers and sisters still being held hostage. Achenu kol beit Yisrael. Achenu kol beit Yisrael. Hanetunim betzara uvashivya, haomdim ben bayam uvein bayasha. Amakom yerachem, yerachem aleichem, veyotziei mitzara, lirvacha, umeafel aleora, umeshibo ligula, hashta, bagala uvizman kariv, hashta, bagala uvizman kariv. Together, as for our brothers and sisters, the whole house of Israel, who are given over to trouble or captivity, whether they abide on the sea or on the dry land, may the all-present have mercy upon them and bring them forth from trouble to enlargement, from darkness to light, and from subjection to redemption, now speedily and at a near time. And let us all say, Amen.
You may be seated as we take a few moments now for our own silent prayers.
We invite you to turn back into your Sidurim to page 62 as we continue with Yihiyu Leratzon. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי. והגיו ליבי לפניך. Adonai Tzuri v'goali. Oh, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable before you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer.
I spent most of this past week at the CCAR convention in Chicago. The Central Conference of American Rabbis is the international convening organization of Reform rabbis. And indeed, there were colleagues from the United States, Canada, Israel, South America, Europe, and even Australia there. These conferences are, as conferences tend to be, a mix of business, professional development sessions, but also Jewish textual learning, worship, and of course, a lot of time with colleagues and friends. Perhaps not every single moment of convention is intended to be holy, but in reading this week's Torah portion, Pekudei, I started to think about the entire agenda as sacred. And I think that if we better understand our Torah portion, we can better understand how to interlink the sacred and the everyday, whether we're at a convention or just home trying to make our way through our daily lives. The Kodesh and the Chol, the holy and the everyday. Pekudei is the last portion in the book of Exodus and is mostly concerned with what materials were used to build the tabernacle. It reads like a conscientious construction project manager's ledger, recounting the amounts of all the precious items collected and utilized, and goes on to detail how they have been used in the building of the Mishkan and all its accoutrements. Why, when he is about to realize God's vision and unveil the master plan, the masterpiece of the Mishkan, does Moses pause to open the books, so to speak, and participate in a voluntary and publicly proclaimed audit? Because, as the 18th century Torah commentator Or HaChaim emphasizes, Moses wanted to make sure that the people felt confident that his intentions were pure. He was not God, only God's spokesperson, the bridge between the Holy One and the people. Their donations had been for God and God alone, and he wanted them to know that every last scrap was used in the construction of the Mishkan. So, Parshat Pekudei begins not just with a boring reading of a ledger, but with a pledge of openness. Moses, by his own example, is calling for a community that shares with each other, a community where no one is beyond being held accountable for their actions, and where everyone will have access not only to the Mishkan, but to God's presence as well. It's within this context, then, that we might better understand the importance of the final verses of Pekudei and why they are, in fact, a perfect ending to the book of Exodus. At the end of chapter 44, we read, "When Moses had finished the work, the cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the presence of Adonai filled the tabernacle. Moses could not enter the tent of meeting because the cloud had settled upon it, and the presence of Adonai filled the tabernacle. When the cloud lifted from the tabernacle, the Israelites would set out on their various journeys, but if the cloud did not lift, they would not set out until such time as it did. For over the tabernacle a cloud of Adonai rested by day, and fire would appear in it by night, in the view of all the house of Israel throughout their journeys. The rabbis of the Talmud were perplexed by the statement that Moses could not enter the tent of meeting because the cloud and by extension God's presence were there. Since in Exodus chapter 24, we read, "And Moses entered into the midst of the cloud and ascended the mountain, remaining there for 40 days and 40 nights. It's either an incorrect statement or, as the Midrash Shemot Rabbah sees it, a change in Moses' access to God, explaining, with the finish of the tabernacle and as the cloud came to rest upon it, God's glory filled the space so that even Moses could not enter. As God's presence was manifest to all Israel as one, the Exodus was finally through." In other words, Moses may have been in charge, but he was not above his fellow Israelites. Just as he opened the book, so to speak, as the beginning of the Torah portion, letting everyone see what the building of the tabernacle was all about, here we see that God's presence in the tangible forms of cloud and fire is specifically intended to be visible to all. In this moment of transition, Moses' special status and exclusive direct access to God is altered in order to make more space for the Israelites themselves. Rabbi Noah Kushner explains, "For the first time in Torah, with the completion of the Mishkan, the presence of God has a regular home, an earthly residence. And this home is not only for God, it is a tent of meeting for Israel as well, with God's presence manifested in not one but two different ways, as a cloud by day and fire by night. Perhaps these manifestations exist precisely in order to teach them that an experience of God can exist within the visual and tangible realms. In other words, the divine experience can include things seen. However, it must also transform our grasp of that seen object, our understanding of God, and by extension, the act of seeing." This purposeful integration of things seen and unseen, known and unknown, is a useful tool for us to slow ourselves down, to recognize someone who is right in front of us that needs us, to notice something special in an otherwise mundane activity, to pause and appreciate the blessings that do, in fact, surround us. During tefillah, prayer, at CCA, our convention on Monday morning, my colleague, Rabbi El Mulbaum, invited us to focus on recognizing the blessings we have in our own lives as preparation for the section of the morning service known as Nisim B'chol Yom, which I like to translate as the daily miracles for which we give thanks. And as I closed my eyes, I was surprised, but also grateful when my head and heart began to fill with gratitude for the gift of being with old friends, for my own health and the health and well-being of my husband and children and parents, for the strength of Temple community we felt so strongly last week at our gala, and with gratitude for the opportunity to be a rabbi now for almost 25 years, and the gift of serving our congregation for more than a decade. My heart was lifted in a way I had not expected, and for that, I was especially grateful. In giving the people the gift of a tangible way to experience God's presence, they were given permission to experience God personally as well. After all, God's command to build the tabernacle was, "Asuli mikdash v'shachanti betocham," build me a sanctuary that I may dwell within them. Now that the building project was complete, God wanted them to experience the truth of that promise, meant not just for Moses or the ancient Israelites, but for us as well. So now I'm going to invite you to take just a few moments to do like I did on Monday. Close your eyes and think about the miracles that you have in your own life. Let God's presence fill you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael b'tifara. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who crowns Israel with splendor. Amen. We continue now with the concluding portion of our service. Alinu is on page 283. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. As we turn to page 289 for meditation number 2 from the Union Prayer Book, we note with sadness the death of Roland Mizrahi, husband of Gail Mizrahi, father of Temple Beth-El member Melanie and Max Penner, and Lane and Carly Mizrahi, grandfather of Perry Penner and Micah Mizrahi. Funeral services will take place on Sunday, March 30th in Dallas. In nature's ebb and flow, God's eternal law abides. When fear dims our vision or grief clouds our understanding, we often lose sight of God's eternal plan. Yet we know that growth and decay, life and death, all reveal a divine purpose. God, who is our support in the struggles of life, is also our hope in death. We have set God before us and shall not despair. In God's hands are the souls of all the living and the spirits of all flesh. Under God's protection we abide, and by God's love are we comforted. O life of our life, soul of our soul, cause your light to shine into our hearts and fill our spirits with abiding trust in you. On this Shabbat, we consecrate the yahrzeits observed in our congregation this week of Harry Aaron, Jack Alter, Julian Amols, Leora Taman Arbiter, Ann Belden, Albert Burler, Saul Bernstein, Anna Law Block, Maurice Braha, Bob Brook, Bernard Dave Cohen, Ruth Cohen, Henry Coleman, Margaret Herman Cooper, Harold Danielson, Beatrice Davis, Mary Edwards, Dr. Carlos Eric, Frederica Feldman, Bobby Felker, Dina Fisher, Hazel Flax, Emma Ferguson, Faye Betty Forland, Milton Arthur Frost Jr., Marcus Gorin, Marjorie Pepler Halstead, Julius Hines, Michael Edwin Kahn, John Carl, Dorothy Kaufman, Fanny Loeb Kreider, Dr. Ralph Kustoff, Quentin Lamb, Lida Vexler Landy, Rose Lewis, Stacy Marin de la Grana, Kathy Peterson, Joseph Portnoy, Rose Rose, Martine Myers Roseland, Forrest Paul Rossett, Anna Rubenstein, Philip Joshua Sakertoff, Annette Sapiro, Stephen Gary Seglin, Sherry Sherman, Arthur Smith, Frank Stein, Bill Trodlier, Jean Rappaport Ute, Frank Werbner, and Dr. Elliot Wesser. To their memories, we link The names of those who in the last 30 days have been laid to their eternal rest, their families still in a period of shloshim. We remember Lois Harris, Felix Grinikoff, Donald Plotnick, Marcia Epner, Chana Kimmelman-Landy, and Juliet Cole. And to their names we link the memory of one who passed away this past week, his family still in the period of Shiva. We remember Richard Dick Drylick, husband of our Temple Beth-El member Ellie Drylick, father of Temple member Chuck and Stephanie Drylick, Andrea Drylick and Steve Frederick, Cynthia Wright, David and Diana Drylick, and Deborah Stocky, grandfather of Michael Drylick and Victoria Plosage, Sarah and Benjamin Knight, Ryan Frederick, Rebecca Wright, Rachel Wright, Jacob Drylick, Allison Drylick, Jared Drylick, Jason Drylick, Jolie Stocky, Riley Stocky, and Reed Stocky, great-grandfather of Amelia Knight and Macy Knight. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing, along with those we hold in our own hearts each and every day. We rise together as one congregation, turning to page 294, as we share in the words of the mourner's Kaddish together. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon u'vyamechon u'v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'yizman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'olam omei omaya, yit barach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nachamata, ta'amiram be'alma v'yamru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. May the one who creates harmony and high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to all the world, to which we say, Amen. You may be seated, and it's my pleasure to invite up Mark Eichelbaum, president of our congregation, to offer greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees and announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. And welcome. I'm glad you could join us here in the Wolf Sanctuary or from your own sacred space. Thank you to our pre-Shabbat Oneg sponsors, Elena and Slava Rubinovich, with help from Susan Rosenberg, Gina Eisenberg, Amber Always, Monty Rodriguez Esparza, and Mrs. Strickland. This year's class is supporting each other, which is a testament to their community that they've built. Thank you, Elena and Talia, for lighting our Shabbat candles this evening, and Mazel Tov to your entire family on their Bat Mitzvah. And thank you, Susan and Mina, for welcoming us tonight as our greeters. And Mazel Tov, Ann, Roger, Kayla and Lauren, Bobby and Yogi on your milestone anniversaries. And here are some upcoming events at Temple and things to know. The World Zionist Congress elections are open until Sunday, May 4th. This is an important opportunity to make your voice heard and a powerful way for Reform values to have an impactful say in how Israel spends its money. You can learn more about Temple's campaign and the elections by picking up a flyer in the Oppenheimer lobby or visiting our website under upcoming events. Speaking of the World Zionist Congress elections, we have an incredible opportunity for you to learn more this coming Wednesday, April 2nd. Anna Kozlansky, the CEO of the Israel Movement for Progressive Judaism, will be visiting Temple from Jerusalem. She will talk about the Reform Progressive Movement in Israel, explain why the elections are so important to Reform Jews worldwide, and answer any questions about life on the ground in Israel. There are two opportunities to hear her speak, a breakfast at 8:30 a.m. and a lunch at 11:45 a.m. next Wednesday, April 2nd. Please register on our website. And Passover is around the corner. Join Join us as we come together to celebrate with 3 meaningful Seders. Whether you're looking for a traditional Seder experience, a family-friendly gathering, or a thought-provoking discussion, we have something for everyone. Our community Seder is open for everyone and will be held on April 13th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Temple Beth-El in our Bar Shop auditorium. The Women's Seder, hosted by Sisterhood, will be on April 15th at 6 p.m., again at Temple Beth-El in the Bar Shop auditorium. And the Men's Seder, hosted by Brotherhood, will also be April 15th at 6 p.m. at the Barn Door Restaurant. Something for everyone. Make sure you register in advance to reserve your spot. You can find more information in the registration links for these and other exciting things on our website or in those weekly announcements which arrive in your inbox around 4 p.m. every Thursday. We look forward to your participation in these enriching and community building opportunities. Shabbat Shalom.
Our closing song is Ze Hayom Asa Adonai Nagila V'Nismechavo. It is not in your prayer book, and it didn't wind up on the order of service, so you're just going to have to go with it. Please rise.
We've heard it a few times, you know. Ze Hayom Asa Adonai Nagila V'Nismechavo. Ze Hayom Asa Adonai Nagila V'Nismechavo. Nagila V'Nismecha. Nagila V'Nismechavo. Nagila V'Nismecha. Nagila V'Nismechavo. Ze Hayom Asa Adonai Nagila V'Nismechavo. Ze Hayom Asa Adonai Nagila V'Nismechavo. Repeat after me. Nagila V'Nismecha. With us. Nagila V'Nismechavo. Nagila V'Nismecha. Nagila V'Nismechavo. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us be glad. This is the hope that never fades. Let us be glad. This is the day that God has made. Let us be glad. This is the hope that never fades. Let us be glad. Let us be glad. Let us be glad. Ze Hayom. Ze Hayom Asa Adonai Nagila V'Nismechavo. Ze Hayom Asa Adonai Nagila V'Nismechavo. Nagila V'Nismechavo. Nagila V'Nismechavo. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.